Hi Year 2, I hope you're all well and you're looking forward to today's maths lesson, of course. Now, so far in maths this week, we've spent a lot of time looking at equal groups. We're going to carry on looking at those today, but we're now going to start writing number sentences using our multiplication sign. But before we get started, let's just take a quick look at some of the home learning that we've received so far. We've been so impressed with how creative you've been and some of the items you found around the house to make your equal groups. Well done to Isabel, who used pasta shapes. Anaya used pencil crayons. Henry used his toy cars to show equal groups. Chloe used the crocodile symbol, so the equal sign, to explain what equal means. Kaysen used Lego bricks for his equal groups. And Bradley used toy cars to show two uneven groups. Well done to all of you, and please remember to send your work through to the Year 2 email address because we love to see what you've been getting up to. Okay, today's lesson, our learning objective is to use the multiplication sign x, add, and equals in number sentences. First, as a starter, we're going to recap what we did yesterday, so I'd like you to pause the video and have a think what numbers need to go in those gaps. We'll go through it together in just a moment. So the first thing we needed to do was see how many equal groups there were. So there's 1, 2, 3 equal groups, and I can see that there are 2 hats in each group. We can fill that out now. Now we need to know how many there are altogether. So they're in groups of 2, which means I'm counting in my 2s. 2, 4, 6 altogether. And finally, my repeated addition number sentence. So what I've actually been doing when I've been counting in my 2s is adding 2 together 3 times. So 2 add 2 equals 6. What's the big picture? Well, as we've spoken about lots already this week, you can count quicker when you're multiplying, as this group of explorers found out. Our key vocabulary is the same as we looked at yesterday. Equal, repeated, addition, groups, altogether, recognise. We've spoken about all those meanings already this week. Okay, here I've got a table and the thought bubble's asking me, what do I need to do? Well, as you can see in this table, I've got a little bit of information already because the first box has been filled out for me. It says 4 2s. There are 4 equal groups with 2 in each group. All I have to do is fill out the rest of the information. So the first thing I need to do is draw it. I'm going to draw 4 equal groups with 2 in each group. So I've drawn them as dots in groups of 2, and you'll see I've drawn a circle around each group just so it's nice and clear to see what's what. So I have 4 equal groups with 2 dots in each group. Now time for the addition number sentence. So I've got 4 lots of 2. What I'm actually doing is adding 2 4 times. So 2, add 2, add 2, add 2 equals. Now we've got to count what we've got all together, those red dots. I'm going to count in my 2s, 2, 4, 6, 8. So the answer's 8. Now, my addition number sentence is correct and it's fine, but it's a little bit long and complicated to keep saying 2, add 2, add 2, add 2. So that's why we use multiplication. What we've got is 4 lots of 2. So our multiplication number sentence is 4 times, or multiplied by, 2 equals 8. Let's write that down now. Let's look at another one. So again, we've got the first bit of information, 3 10s. There are 3 equal groups with 10 in each group. The first thing we're going to do is draw these equal groups. There we go. You'll see I've laid them out nice and clearly because I think it makes them easier to count afterwards. Now our addition number sentence. So 10, add 10, add 10 equals, we have to count in our 10s to get our answer, 10, 20, 30. Let's write that down. Now, instead of that long addition sentence, we can have a shorter multiplication sentence. We've got 3 10s, so 3 times 10 equals 30. Okay, we've got another one now, but this one looks different. Now what do we need to do? we've got a different piece of information to start with. So we've been given the draw it box, and we're going to work in a different order than we did last time, but we can still fill out the other boxes with what we've got. So I want to fill out the first box, which is saying how many equal groups there are and how many are in each group. So I'm going to count the drawing. I can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4 equal groups with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in each group. So I have 4 5s. Let's fill that in now. Now our addition number sentence. So what we're actually doing is adding 5 4 times. 5, add 5, add 5, add 5 equals. Now we need to count how many we've got. So let's count in our 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20. Let's write that down. Finally, our multiplication sentence. We've got 4 lots of 5. So 4 times 5 equals 20. Here's the last one we're going to do together before you have a go at home. Now, again, we've got a different piece of information. This time we've been given the addition number sentence, but don't worry because we still have enough information to be able to fill out the other boxes. We just need to work in a different order again. Now, the first thing I want to fill out is the first box because it seems like a good place to start. So I need to know the number of equal groups and how many in each group. Let's look at our addition sentence that we've been given. 5, add 5, add 5 equals 15. So I can see that there are 3 equal groups with 5 in each group. We've got 3 5s. Now I'm going to draw my 3 groups of 5 to show it. And now my multiplication sentence, I have 3 lots of 5. So 3 times 5 equals 15. Now we've got some chili challenges, so some activities for you to try at home. If you're finding this a bit tricky, then start with chili 1. So I'd like you to fill out the information like we've been doing in the lesson. You don't have to draw it out as a table or lay it out exactly like this. This is just a suggestion. You might just want to write them down on your page as you like. But for each one, I'd like you to draw it, write the addition sentence, and write the multiplication number sentence. Here's the first part of chili 2. So again, I'd like you to fill out the information. Again, you don't have to draw it as a table or lay it out like this. You can if you want to, though. So draw it and write the addition and the multiplication sentences. Here's some more chili 2 questions. This time you have to work in a different order because you've been given a different piece of information to start with. Again, like we practiced. And here's the last part of chili 2. So this is a pink for think. Use the less than, greater than, or equal to signs to make the statements correct. We'll go through this together in a moment. Chili 3 is an investigation. The total is 12. What could the addition and multiplication sentences be? So you want your answer to be 12 and you need to investigate what addition and multiplication sentences could you write to get that answer. Again, we'll go through it together at the end. Let's do a quick check. So we won't go through all of them, but this is the last one from chili 2. The information we got given at the start was the addition sentence. So 10, add 10, add 10, add 10 equals 40. I used that information to work out that there were 4 equal groups with 10 in each group. Then I drew them. And then finally, my multiplication number sentence, because I've got 4 lots of 10, 4 times 10 equals 40. Here was our pink for think. So we had to use the less than, greater than, or equal to signs. Remember, we also call these crocodiles. And the crocodile always eats the bigger number. So the open end needs to be facing the bigger number. Have a look what I've written and see if you agree. See if you're going to give me green for greats or pink for thinks. Okay, let's look at our greens first. We'll correct the pink in just a moment. So my first green is 2 times 2 is equal to 2 add 2. We know that's true because 2 times 2 is 4 and 2 add 2 is 4. So they're the same. Then the last one, 10 times 2 is greater than 5 add 5 add 5. That's correct because 10 times 2 is 20 and 5 add 5 add 5 is 15. Now, I've gone wrong on the first one. 3 times 5 is actually, well, let's count in our 5s, 5, 10, 15. And then 5 add 5 add 5 add 5 is 20. So my greater than sign should be pointing towards the 20. Now our Chili 3 investigation. So I decided to count in twos first and discovered that 2 add 2 add 2 add 2 add 2 add 2 is 12. That means 6 times 2 is 12 because I've got 6 lots of 2. Now, an interesting thing about multiplication is that it's something that we call commutative, which means it can go either way around. So 6 times 2 is 12, but it's also true that 2 times 6 is 12. And I've got my addition sentence as well. 6 add 6 equals 12 to prove that. Again, I discovered that 3 add 3 add 3 add 3 equals 12, which means 4 times 3 is 12. And I can do it backwards again. 4 add 4 add 4 is 12. So 3 times 4 is 12. Now we've practiced using the multiplication sign, you might like to have a go on TT Rockstars. In tomorrow's lesson, we'll have a look at who's top of our Year 2 leaderboard this week. Another fun website that we use a lot at school is called Hit the Button, which you can find if you type into a search engine. You can play this on a tablet, on a phone or a laptop, and you're put against the clock to answer as many questions as possible. You don't just have to do multiplication, but you could also do number bonds, division facts, doubles or halves. Well done for all your hard work so far, not just today, but throughout the week. Keep it up and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.